This is the third time I've redone this narration because with two battles as close and climactic as this, I just don't feel that I've done them justice. I mean, these two are pretty incredible. I guess I botched it a little bit since I planned to show this one first, because I had this one first, but whatever, let's skip over to this one. Anyway, what is up YouTube? It's Primal Garatina here. Today I have two OU replays for you with the same team. It's my team of stuff I like to use, except I've redone it again. I keep screwing with it because I want it to be better and stuff like that. This first battle is going to be against VS Fernandez, or maybe it's VSF Hernandez. That would be pretty dumb. Anyway, he's got a pretty cool looking team. He's got Double Genies, Gothitelle, which is totally underrated, a Mega Pinsir, which is always a threat, and Greninja is slightly annoying to my team. Although I do have a good matchup advantage, I'm still expecting this to be a good battle because I have three pokes that he doesn't really want to deal with, namely Scarf Tyranitar. I should go over the new changes. From right to left, Scarf Tyranitar, Banded Scizor, Mega Heracross with Substitute because fuck Stall. Max Attack, Max Speed Garchomp, but like with Rocks, Rocky Helmet, and Fire Blast because it's a weird set, and then Earthquake, Dragon Claw. AV Conk and Spec Sylveon are still unchanged. Anyway, I do have some matchup advantage in terms of Scarf T-Tar, Okos, or at least Rex super effectively, or practically super effectively, everything but the Landorus. AV Conk, if I can, like, AV Conk hits everything hard with Ice Punch, Drain Punch, or Knockoff, assuming the Pinsir is Mega Evolved, and absolutely nothing can take a hit from Spec Sylveon, although that's not too uncommon, because Spec Sylveon is an absolute beast that just murders everything, alright? So that is really good. On the other hand, Garchomp is pretty useless against most of his team, especially if Thundurus has HP Ice. Like, it can't touch Landorus, dies to Thundurus, dies to Latias, dies to Greninja, practically dies to Pinsir, although I would like Stealth Rocks up for it, and I don't need it for Gothitelle. I have other stuff for Gothitelle. Mega Heracross can take a hit from some stuff, but does have problems with Latias and Landorus to some extent with the Intimidate and Mega Pinsir, so I have two things that are really good against the team, then two things that are kind of meh, and then Banded Scizor is decent, like good against some stuff, not so good against some stuff, so it's a bit of an iffy team matchup, but I definitely think I have an advantage. Go into the battle. Best first turn ever. Leads off with Thundurus. I lead off with Sylveon. He taunts me because that was a good play, and then I just wreck him with a Hyper Voices. His eardrums explode and his head liquefies, and he just dies, but he does get a free switch into Pinsir. Looking at the team again, Chomp just dies. Chomp is easily the least useful thing. I go into Chomp, and then I didn't realize it at the time. At the time I was sacking Chomp, but I actually bluffed the Scarf as he switches out into his Landorus, but I just went for the Dragon Claw. I don't carry Stone Edge. And then I'm like, oh wait, I bluffed the Scarf, might as well get up Rocks for the Pinsir before I die. So I'm going to set up some Stealth Rocks as he kills me off with an Earthquake. And then I make a huge misplay. Just devastating. I'm going to go into Conkeldurr because I'm like, Ice Punch kills everything except for Greninja, which I can then Mach Punch. Totally forgetting about the Gothitelle. I just didn't notice it there. I should have knocked off. It would have been the smart play. I could have killed it. Instead, he just Psy-Shocks and I die, and yeah, that was bad. But I do go into Tyranitar, make another misplay. Tyranitar Rex, as long as he doesn't have Landorus, I want to get up Chiff damage, so I go for Crunch, not Pursuit. However, Pursuit would have been the better play just to kill Gothitelle, because as you're going to see in a little bit, Gothitelle is going to be some nice fodder for him. I go into Heracross, because Landorus can't really touch Heracross, but he goes for the U-turn and goes into the Greninja. The way he brings it in, I know for a fact he is extra sensory, but I cannot risk the Tyranitar switch in and then just lose one of my best things. So I go into Sylveon knowing I can take any hit anyway. Extra sensory doesn't do much, but if I'd killed the Gothitelle here, then I would have gotten another kill with Sylveon. Unfortunately, this means he can just sack / fodder the Gothitelle, whatever, as opposed to having something else die. So what I should have done was gotten rid of Gothitelle so he didn't have it to fodder right there. Now he does get a free switch into the Pinsir. I have to sack something. I decide on Sylveon to be my sack because it kind of has to die, and Pinsir's almost dead. Now I can bring in Scizor and Bullet Punch stuff, and I know I can Bullet Punch to the Landorus to the point where Tyranitar can kill it, so I get rid of a big annoyance to my team. Unfortunately, it is going to be a 3 KO, but I'm going to stay and go for one again because he can't really touch me, and I get a critical hit. That was very unfortunate, but probably didn't matter too much in the long run. He would have U-turned to Earthquake or something. Didn't really matter. Anyway, he goes into Latias. Tyranitar is a very easy switch, but he does get off the Defog, so that kind of sucks, because now Pinsir isn't dead. And here, I thought he would switch, so I go for the Pursuit, but that was terrible. Why would he switch? He should sack this. That's the best play. So he lives, and I can't risk killing him, and then, I mean, I didn't want to kill him and then let him, he's going to heal something up anyway. So I just decided to get a free switch into Scizor, knowing that I'll have a matchup advantage on anything except Greninja's HP Fire, which caught me totally off guard. So right here, I can go into Tyranitar, and I know I can live any one hit and kill this, and still have enough HP to live a Quick Attack. Unfortunately, he misses a Hydro Pump as I miss a Stone Edge, which is really bad for me because Sandstorm runs out, now I can't live a hit. So what I'm going to do is sack Heracross, and then Tyranitar can live a hit and kill everything with Crunch. Unfortunately for him, he misses a Hydro Pump, and then Extrasensory just barely doesn't kill. I was expecting it to die. But I do get to kill him with Pin Missiles. So that was pretty unfortunate, but now I don't even have to risk the Hydro Pump. So that worked out great for me. He's going to go into Pinsir, just kill him with a Quick Attack. That's fine, because obviously Tyranitar at this point just cleans the game up with Crunch. Not even an issue. Scarf Tyranitar just coming through. Had he killed my Heracross, it would have made for a much more epic ending, but whatever. So that was an absolutely fantastic battle against VSF Fernandez. I don't even know how to say that. Next time, maybe you should run Surf. That's what happens with Hydro Pump. It was pretty unfortunate. Anyway, second replay, you did see this guy's team and name earlier. Poyo313 has a pretty cool team. I haven't seen much of Terrakion, Dragonite, or Mega Manectric in OU. The other three are fairly common. Scarf Excadrill, but just based on the team, I can tell it's Scarfed. Azumarill and Keldeo, obviously very common. He's got a very good-looking team, and based on the lead, I'm assuming that is going to be lead rocks Terrakion, because he kind of just wants to throw it out there, get up the rocks. It's probably sashed too. So I'm just going to lead off with Chain, my Garchomp, because Chain chomps. I'm just going to take it down to Sash. I don't even care, but then I'm going to make a bit of a misplay. Here, I could have gotten up rocks to break up Dragonite's multiscale, but I thought he would go into Azumarill, and Azumarill's a threat to this team. I need to start running Poison Jab on, what's it called, Conkeldurr, because you can see this team is a fairy weakness. I did change it up after this battle, but I don't get up rocks. He kills me with the Earthquake because he's Scarf, and Dragonite's multiscale is still intact. But I do have the switch into Heracross, which is great. He goes into Azumarill, but unfortunately for him, as I Mega Evolve, my set has Pin Missile, it has Close Combat, it has Substitute, and it has Bullet Seed, because Azumarill is a threat, and because of that Bullet Seed, I'm just going to be able to smack this Azumarill 3 times in the face, and it is going to go down. So that was a bit unfortunate for my opponent that I was carrying Bullet Seed, but does get a free switch in Dragonite. I'm foddering Scizor because it's easily my least useful thing here. But he actually goes straight for the Fire Punch, which tells me he's banded, which for me is less scary than Dragon Dance, but still kind of scary. Anyway, I know I can go into Conkeldurr, just Ice Punch to break the multiscale. I should have predicted Keldeo and at least knocked off, just in case he still had Weakness Policy, but that was a bit of a misplay. I know I can live a Hydro though, and I do. And I go for the Drain Punch. I get a crit and kill him. I probably could have killed him with Drain Punch plus Mach Punch, but if not, you know what, that's life. He goes into Manectric. I know I can still live one hit as he goes for the T-Bolt, but after this, I realize I kind of want Big Massive, just in case I need something to break Multiscale. I do have Mach Punch, so I'm actually going to save him and go into Too Strong. Sylveon Too Strong. Murder everything with Hyper Voice. As he's going to get a Volt Switch into Excadrill instead of a T-Bolt and just kill me. Which kind of sucks, but on the same side of the spectrum, does give me a free switch into Heracross. I can kill 2 things or break the multiscale on the 3rd. He decides to hope for the flinch, and fortunately he doesn't get it. Otherwise, that would be GG right there. I would just lost to the Excadrill, because then he could swap out, lock himself into Earthquake, just killed me. But he goes into Dragonite, and just freaking Banded outrages me. At this point, I can't do anything except for go into Big Massive and break the multiscale with Mach Punch, and then hope I can kill him with a Stone Edge, because Tyranitar is an absolute beast. He does end up getting a 3-turn Outrage, which doesn't really matter at all. I'm going to Gojira. Can Gojira come through? Not even going to try to do a really Japanese, like, stereotypical voice, because my mic is shit. Goes into Manectric. I'm going to miss the first Stone Edge after he goes for a Thunderbolt, and I can only take 2 more, so I have to really, really hope I can hit him twice or kill him through the Intimidate. Goes for another T-Bolt, I can only take 1 more, and I do end up killing him with the Stone Edge through the Intimidate. Really, 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 really close battle against Poyo 313, but Scarfed Gojira coming through, taking me through these 2 victories. I'm loving Scarfed Tyranitar. I'm loving Spec Sylveon. They're just so awesome. Mega Heracross. This team is just some of my favorite stuff. The only thing I'm not too enthusiastic about is Chomp, but he does work on the team. Chomp or Bulky Landorus, not sure which one I should run. Anyway, those were great battles. If you like this, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscription, or any other support you'd like to show, and I will see you guys later. So, yeah, bye.